the equaliser, and it really just meant they could just push forward on the counter-attack and then pick their moments to come forward. I mean, it's just frustrating. I mean, these last couple of games, I really thought we turned the corner in terms of performances. We're grinding out some good results at Forest and QPR, coming back to get a draw at Preston as well. And maybe we're not just there yet. I mean, I just don't think we still haven't hit our peak form. I don't think at the moment we're getting good results. We have got good results prior to this defeat, yes, but I don't think they're convincing enough results that really people probably think that we can. We're not really living up to the standards we can at the moment. It's just frustrating really to see. I mean, we've got people saying that that when Kenny gets back in the side, he'll probably come back and then we'll see an improvement. But that squad on papers, that squad's good enough, in my opinion, to play to a good enough standard without Tom Kearney. He's a fantastic player for us. You can see a difference when we miss him as well. However, the group of players we've got down there, they're good enough without him as well to go and get results. And it's just annoying to see that Jukanovic has got a group of players. Most of them he didn't want to sign. They weren't his type of players really, and he's indicated in the transfer window in the past in the summer that these group of players he has no say in it. So I just don't understand. I mean, if the board want to sign players, they have to let Jukanovic have a say, because some of the players we were linked with, the likes of Craig Cathcart, he's won promotion under Jukanovic and worked under him before. Somebody who could come in straight away, understands the training regime and method Jukanovic wants, and has won promotion under him before. So it's a good combination there. And we go and get Marcelo Jarlo, who's a far-fetched Spanish centre-half who doesn't look too great in my opinion. So you've really got to question some of the things that are going on at this club. I mean, Jukanovic is the manager and he should be able to sign his own players. And I'm not trying to blame this all on this one defeat. It's not a knee-jerk reaction. I think we've still got to keep the faith, in my opinion. We're a good enough group. We'll bounce back from this. There'll be plenty more good days coming in the start of this season. It's not an alarming defeat. It's just more of a frustrating one, in my opinion, to go to Villa Park after a couple of really good performances and a good second half against a strong Preston outfit who went down narrowly 3-2 at Wolves today. So it proves they're no slouches either. But we just need a bit more. We just need some consistency to our performances. I felt like after them three unbeaten games there, I thought consistency. We sort of pin some good form together. We really try and push up the table. But we stay 11th at the moment, so it's not alarmingly. But it's just a shame because some of the other teams above us did lose, and some of the other teams above us did win as well. So it'd been nice to keep ground on the teams above us, because I don't want to get to January again like last year, when in January after the Brighton defeat we were 10 points off the playoffs and it was a bit of a mountain to climb really. It wasn't a mountain to climb in the end, but I'd rather us not have to really work so hard to get into the playoffs towards the end of the season, rather us being around that group with a couple of games to go. And it's just, we can't really go now rely on a late playoff surge again like last season, because it might not work this time round. Maybe last year it was just meant to be that we got into playoffs, but it's just poor really from the team to go up to Villa Park, and this wasn't a great game. I just don't know what's going on at the moment. I just really felt like away from home today we could have gone and got a good result there. I mean, we go on to next Saturday against Bolton, and I mean that's going to be a tough game. They ground out a good point against QPR. They're unbeaten 2 games, so they're coming into it on their own little unbeaten run. And I must admit, at home, these type of teams, your likes of Boltons, your Barnsley's, who are associated with the bottom half of the table. These teams we found hard to come against in the past, because they come and they fight for everything. Now, they just come back and sit on the counter-attack. They know how we play. So teams like Bolton are going to come and sit back on the counter-attack, soak up all the pressure and just hit us. And these teams that we play against, we tend to come unstuck against the bottom half teams. The big teams towards the top of the table, they'll let you play. So that really falls into our hands. But against these type of teams, and they're good teams as well. They're not. I don't think they're awful teams. I think they're just team. Bolton have struggled this season adapting to the Championship again. But they've got some solid results at the moment. It's going to be a tough game Saturday, and it does worry me a bit coming against a side who are going to be a bit more direct and more combative against us, really. It's to see how we react to it. In the first half last week against Preston as well, so we got out-muscled, and it does worry me against the direct, tough, physical Bolton side, whether or not we can stand up to that challenge, because I do think we're a bit of a soft side, in my opinion. I don't think we're really as physical as we can be against the stronger teams and physical teams where you seem to get brushed aside quite easily. But I just want to get back onto the Aston Villa game before we wrap this up. I mean, it's just disappointing to go against. It's disappointing really to pick up a bit of a shambolic defeat, really. I mean, we could have scored a couple of goals. I mean, Aite misses a great chance in the second half, and he's a good player. As much as I love him as well, it's just his finishing. If he could really improve on his finishing, he'd be a really good player. It's just scoring goals this year's been tough as well. We've not repeated any of the goal scoring form we've replicated last season. And maybe when Kearney gets back to fully fitness, we might see a better team. Hopefully we will, because that seems to be really one of the only straws I can clutch at the moment for not creating enough chances, really. But anyway, as I said before, we move on to Bolton next week. I'm hopeful we can get a good win there at home against Bolton, 3 points. Won't be easy, but I think with our quality, we can go there at Craven Cottage in front of a big Craven Cottage crowd. Hopefully, we can go and beat them as well. So there you go, guys. That is my Aston Villa reaction in a podcast type of video today. If you do like it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're not far off 300 subscribers now, so it'd be nice to see. And also, I'll be vlogging. I get the Bolton game. I'll be giving my match day experience from the Hammersmith end. Basically, just giving my opinion on the game, and I hope it goes down quite nicely. So if you do want to look forward to that, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss any of our videos. We'll be back tomorrow with a match day podcast review, where we're going to go through all of the Championship, Leagues 1 and Leagues 2, spread out over the course of the next 2 days. So if you want to see that, that'll be coming up in the next couple of days. And yes, thank you, and we'll see you on the next video, guys.